Batman, on a level, you could be the greatest individual in football history.
We are back with another video and a interesting result yesterday. I can't lie, some United fans thought it was good, some United fans were obviously upset. But first of all, Saeed, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You know, I'm saying to you, busy day yesterday, but we're good, man. You know, I'm saying to you, United's just a small pond, isn't it, man? In a mad world. So, yeah, man, we're all good, man. What are you saying?
Ronaldo scored, didn't it? Let's talk about that Ronaldo goal first, yeah? Talk to me.
Only Ronaldo finishes that.
Listen, people said Ronaldo, he can't do it in the Prem. They said, what? Ronaldo makes every single team worse. Ronaldo only scores tap-ins. Ronaldo can only score when the keeper makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Ronaldo's not technical enough. And then you see that volley yesterday. Thank you very much.
You know what it remind me of? Remind me of the Van Persie. You know, Van Persie, the way he used to take them volleys. I remember he did it against Southampton in his first season. He did it against, I think, Tottenham as well. You know what I mean? That was, for me, I don't know if he's been watching Van Persie, but that was, even when the ball came over Bruno, I knew it was going in. I just knew it. You know what I mean? It was just Ronaldo that could only do that for me.
The technique on that was a joke. Like, you know when they did the little freeze frame of it?
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. And he was
Ronaldo was a problem though, apparently.
Yeah, nah, never. Ronaldo's never a problem, mate. There's bigger problems than Ronaldo, mate. You know what I mean? But does that new formation suit Ronaldo? You know what I mean? I know a lot of people say he doesn't track back and all that, but he literally just has to stay up front now. Cavani will do all the dog work.
Let's talk about the formation. What do you think of it?
I think it's survival mode, isn't it? It's it was never meant to be the plan. You know what I mean? If we'd have got a draw against Liverpool, or got I would say even a 2-0 loss, or let's say a small margin loss, he would never play that formation. But because the defense was exposed that badly, and because he was exposed that badly, for me, you know, a lot of people say, well, why would you want to concede more goals? It's not about that. It's why is it when every time when you're in trouble, do you go on this survival mode, you go ultra defensive, then you save yourself for a little bit, and then you go back into what you believed in terms of 4-2-3-1. Why is it you keep flip-flopping? Why is it that you keep going against everything that you say? Wing play, you know, you go about attacking football, you know. It was moments of brilliance, and that formation is literally moments of brilliance, because when you look at it, there was no many chances in that game, you know. I don't remember even, like, apart from the offside goal, you know what I mean? Was there many clear-cut chances? So, again, you know what I mean? You got to realize, like, you know, that individual brilliance for that system works better than a 4-2-3-1. You know what I mean? Because in the day, Ronaldo's having to work less. You've got more defenders. And then when you do that, get that one moment and then one bit of quality, you know that Cavani and Ronaldo will tend to score more than often. I know Cavani has that stat that you always say, like, you know, his record with chances and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's not great, but listen, you know what I mean? He's dangerous. He's in them positions. And that's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be saying. You know, I can already tell it. He'll be like, get in them pockets, get in them spaces, get in them kind of, you know, moments, and you'll get the goal back in the net, mate. You'll get there, mate. You know? Also, I think that he said, I'd rather be having strikers in them positions rather than not be in it at all. You know what I mean? Like that. That's
you rather have a striker miss like 50 chances, but at least you know his movement is getting them in that position.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what I mean? This for me is not like, you know, I tried to tell me that it was you got to give credit to Wally. No chance, mate. Because in the day, it's only because of the impact he had last week. Not for me by the reason of, it was a tactical switch. It was, you know what? Alex Ferguson probably had a chat with him and said, yo, go back to basics. Stop leaking goals in. But then the problem with that is, are we surviving to get to top 4? Is it a case of what is the aim for Man United? This is what I want to know, because we have to look at the bigger picture. United, you have to always look at the bigger picture of, why did you buy Sancho then? Do you then kind of like, you're almost like, you know, the youth, Greenwood, Sancho, Rashford, he was on the bench yesterday. You were talking about the youth, but can they play in this system that he wants? Can he?
I can't. I still think they can, innit? Because Rashford can still play in the front two. Like we can't play Ronaldo and Cavani every single game with their age and stuff, innit? Rashford can obviously play in the front two. Martial can still play in the front two. You could even argue, Mason can play in the front two. Sancho's probably like
I'm not sure about Mason.
Why not?
I just think for me, I don't know if he'll be disciplined in that formation in terms of if he's going to put, because remember Ronaldo will be always there. You know what I mean? If you're going to say Ronaldo, but can you say that Greenwood will be disciplined enough to kind of A, be in and around where he wants to be, and C, is he going to do them selfish runs or them unselfish runs?
Yeah, like he won't work for Ronaldo kind of thing, innit?
Yeah, there you go.
Say
Then.
Ronaldo does get arrested, I don't mind like a Mason coming in for a game or two.
Would that be Mason with Cavani though? Not Mason with Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Rashford with Cavani. I don't think it could be Rashford and Ronaldo, but again, but it can only we can only know. But I don't know how you can say it can work when you know what I mean. I just don't think that we've seen it enough. When was the last time we seen that formation?
I think it was probably the Leipzig game.
Hey,
the Leipzig game.
Well, there you go then, and then we lost, and then we never wanted to see that formation again. You know what I mean? And that was a disaster moment as well. And maybe, and this is why what I'm talking about is trial and error. Nuno's probably sacked. Let me know if that's true. And nothing's been confirmed yet.
Yeah, it's not official yet, but I think like there's bare reports about it and stuff, innit?
Yeah, probably bare reports about it and whatnot. But for me though, when you look at it, you're talking about it might work here, but ain't it trial and error again? In terms of it didn't work out against Leipzig, and he wanted it to work out against Leipzig, by the way, because he wanted to play 7 at the back. And what happened in that game? You had a better opposition, and the better opposition in Leipzig caused us massive problems, and they almost destroyed us before it even started.
Like, so
again, it's trial and error. So how can you tell me it's going to work this?
You know what the problem was yesterday, Miles? Like, I don't mind the 3 at the back in it, but it was the personnel that he played. Like, Luke Shaw left wing back when you have Alex Telles. For me, I'm choosing Alex Telles every single day because he offers a lot more going forward. Same thing on the other side. I'd rather see Diego Dalot play that right wing back. And then once you got your back 5, which was so defensive yesterday, you got Fred and then McTominay in front of him, protecting them.
Yeah.
That's there you go then. That's what I didn't like. But in a way, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer done it because his job was on the line. It was literally damage limitation. 5 defenders, even like Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes wasn't a 10 yesterday.
No, mate, he was defensive. Yeah.
And you know what? I give Bruno a lot of credit for that because that's something that we question. Can he be disciplined enough to play that role? And you could argue he was. But at the same time, there's just too many. Like, it was literally Ronaldo, Cavani as the only attackers, you could argue.
Yeah, I know. And against a top team, and also against a top team, that midfield for me, if Tottenham were that Tottenham midfield was a joke, by the way. You know what I mean? If because we got caught a few times, and it's Son. There was a moment where was it Lo Celso tried to find Son through, and he didn't get to the. I think it was a poor pass. So even that midfield, I think for me, can be exposed, to be honest with you, because if you could get a free in there. Well, let's say Man City, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, and Rodri, they'll just be recycling the ball all day, and then you won't get the ball. You know what I mean? And then you won't see this kind of feeling of, you know what I mean, Ronaldo, Cavani having so much room and space. So I just think for me it's cowardly, and cowardly in the sense of he's going against his principles. He's going against what he told us he was going to do. He said we're going to play attacking football. We're going to have wingers. We're going to be fast, exciting football. That's what he said. So how can you tell me this 5 at the back is a new way? How many trials and errors have we have? This is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to a T, trial and error. Every single thing is like, yeah, let's test this out. Let's see if it works. He has a good run. He thinks it works. You know what I mean? It's just almost like, for me, like, what are we? We're just like, we're almost like an animal experiment, man. You know what they do in an animal experiment? It's just trial and error. That's what they do.
Before you have like a drug and stuff, innit? They trial you in animals first.
They do, animal testing, man. That's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer do to Man United. You know what I mean? It's just doing that, and he's thinking, you know what? I think Cavani and Ronaldo can work now. Then Sancho all of a sudden has got no say in this team. You know what I mean? So in the
You
day,
know,
it's just,
you could clearly tell the Ronaldo Cavani thing was desperation, innit? He went with the
Absolutely.
experienced players that he knew no matter how much like they might hate him, they will probably still perform because of their own egos and stuff,
Yeah.
innit? Like
And what's
Ronaldo,
the
say what you
prerogative for
want, he's
Sancho
always
then?
gonna score goals.
And what's the prerogative for Sancho? Because I want to hear the people who back Ollie to the hardest. Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
It could be
Donny
this.
van de Beek. Yeah, we're gonna let that one slide. Even though I don't think we should let it slide. Yeah, but what's the excuse for Sancho? Because they were crying out for 2 years. We want Sancho. We want Sancho. So all of a sudden, yeah, are you gonna let go your pride or whatever? You're gonna let go the fact that we brought Sancho just to keep Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the job? Are you gonna let them know, or are you gonna explain to me that there's a reason for Sancho being dropped and there's a reason for why we're playing this safe football? For me, it's safe. You're never going to win a title with it. You're never going to win trophies with it. You're going to get to a certain position. And then when you get to that final moment where you need to, boom, killer instinct, boom, get in there, you don't have a plan and you'll get found out. Leicester found out. Europa League found out. You keep doing it and you get found out, mate. I'm telling you. So, again, man, you know what I mean? Like Martial, where's he gonna go? You know what I mean? There's so many problems at United, man. And it's almost like he's now going back to kind of he's reverted back to favourites FC. He knows Cavani and Ronaldo will give you something. They'll give you everything. They are very, very much, you know, in terms of like pride. They're not asking about the manager. They want goals. They want to know that they're still top dogs. Ronaldo is almost a kind of a person who he's almost kind of like, you know, he's showing the doubters to the world that he's still got it. He's still the best in the world. So Ronaldo, as much as everyone's saying to you, yo, getting pissed off at you saying, oh, Ronaldo scoring goals, keeping Ollie in the job, Ronaldo would do it regardless because he's a man who's
Listen,
kind of
what
like,
do you want Ronaldo to do, innit?
listen, Ronaldo. A lot of people actually don't understand how much Ronaldo will do anything to get his own self accolades, to get his own
Exactly.
kind of,
Like in the
he's a
nicest
man.
possible way, he's greedy for his own success. His drive to be the best
Absolutely.
player in the world is insane. So you can never
Yep.
criticize Ronaldo for scoring goals to keep Ollie in his job. That's literally his job. He's a striker.
And he would probably tell Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, this formation, I want this formation. He wouldn't be bothered about Donny. He wouldn't be bothered about getting Sancho in there, even though he knew Sancho's capabilities on the right and his qualities on the right. He would have said, you know what? Yeah, that sounds right. But he's thinking, nah, get this five at the back. Let me play up top. You know what I mean? Basically, he can go hang if he wants. He can stay on the edge. He can do what he wants and let everyone else run. Let everyone else do anything for me. It suits his game. So he's going to be selfish. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even say like, you know what I mean? You have to just... This is a mess for the Glazers to understand. And this is a mess for the people at the top because they're keeping Ollie in the job. You know, all we got to do is hope and pray. United hope and pray at the minute. You know what I'm saying to you? It gets to the point now where, you know what I mean, like, you not celebrating, what, you know, there's not even no point. What is the point? And what is the point? You know what I mean? Is this going to be for the... Because for me, I've conceded now that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is staying to the end of the season. I don't know what you guys are saying there, but he's not going anywhere, man. Because how can you, as a
I think
as
if
a
he
fan,
loses the next two, he goes.
Bro, we got beat 5-0 by the biggest rivals.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Listen, you know, I would have sacked this guy last year after the Leipzig.
Yeah.
But I just think if he loses the next two, then he's definitely gone by the board, innit? Because surely now the board kind of know, even after we won, the pressure's still on now. The pressure's there from the fans. Like, I heard people saying yesterday, yeah, after the back five, imagine if it was under Conte. Imagine if it was a lot like more well coached under Antonio Conte's side. That's what people were saying. Like, we kind of seen like the basics of how good we were. No, I wouldn't say good. I just thought Spurs were lackluster. But we're decent defensively.
This really pissed me off, you know, today when I seen this.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
You know, this guy's taking the piss out of us now. You know, he knew what the papers were saying. He knew they know what they want Conte, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna show them Conte ball, and I'm gonna show that I can do that. Yo, he's taking the piss, man. He's seen that. Bro, come on, man. We're not stupid here. They see things that happen in the media. They see that happens in the news. He probably thought, right, Conte plays five at the back. Say no more.
No lie. You know what he probably thought? He probably wanted us to grind out a 1-0 victory, yeah, to be like to the fans. You see how this is boring with the five at the back, and you don't want Antonio Conte. That's probably what he was thinking, you know. But I can't lie.
Nah. And to be honest,
I hope we do stick with the back five though. But
I hope
not the
it's
way
gone,
Ole
mate.
Gunnar
You know what I
Solskjaer
mean?
executes it.
I think for me, I'm not. I don't know why you want to. I don't. The thing is, right? It's a difficult one, man. The back five, all of a sudden, you like it, or are you just thinking that you know? What I mean, he's almost like protecting his job and saving himself.
No. Even under I said it under Antonio Conte, innit? Like a back three with this team could be very, very interesting with Telles and Dalot as our wing backs. We don't have a natural holding midfielder, so that obviously helps. I think most of our centre backs are decent on the ball, like a Lindelof, like a Varane, even Harry Maguire to an extent. Is
To an
probably
extent,
better than back three.
Yeah. He can come out more and leave space. You seen it yesterday. I think he left space and then someone covered him back. You know what I mean? So that was kind of freeze. But I just look at this and I think again we're being lied to by the fans. For me, I don't see how this is sustainable. You know what I mean? Going 1 week to week, this is what I mean. Again, this guy said we're playing 4-3-3 at the start of the season, or there were strong reports from the Athletic. And these are credible journalists, by the way, who know the club inside out. You know, the guy, what's his name? The guy from the Athletic, you know what I mean? These guys are credible journalists.
Whittle.
Yeah, Laura Whitwell. Yeah, these guys are saying, you know what? This could be a 4-3-3. And we've seen certain parts of it against Derby and against, who was that other team where we've seen a bit of 4-3? QPR. Then we've seen a bit of it against Everton. Everton, when Matic was holding. So we have seen it a little bit, and we thought, right, is this the way forward now? So again, we've got for 4-3-3 to then say we're going back to our normal formation, to then when he's on the brink of the job, to say he's going back to a back five. What is this?
You know what it is, yeah? Like, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer switched their back three like if it was in his first season and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
Then it kind of makes sense. But now you're in your third season. You should already have that system, the style, the formation in place.
Low style.
And then you're just bringing in the players kind of like to suit it. But we don't.
Well, we do the opposite, though. We brought in the players, and it's still no formation.
That's the worst thing a club can do. Literally. Because, like, I was thinking this year, like, you know when you actually deep it, look at the managers United have been linked with. We've been linked with an Antonio Conte and Ten Hag's on our mind as well, innit?
Yeah.
They literally play completely different football. If you have a well-run club and a very, very good director of football, you would have managers with a similar style of play kind of thing.
What do we do now? What would you
that style of play? Yeah.
What do you do now then as a fan? Because at the end of the day, these are scary times for Man United. And for me, people, you need to listen up carefully, man. I'll be really, really honest with you. These are scary times. You lose Conte now to Tottenham. They go up another level. For me, say what people say about him, Conte, whatnot. He takes them to another level. Man United now are left at a moment where they're desperate. And that's for me scary. Brendan Rodgers, for me, is not a manager that I'm going to say completely no to, but it's probably...
It'll be underwhelming.
Underwhelming. You know what I mean? Someone said scary hours. It is scary hours, mate. Sancho, I don't know why he said that, man, because now we're haunted, man. This is what I'm saying now, yeah? You got Ten Hag. For me, Ajax is a better project than United. Say what you want. Because they've got system, they've got structure, their Champions League football. You never know what team they're going to build, and they could go in the Champions League final. That the philosophy and what they do is that good, right?
They've looked very, very good this season.
There you go. It wouldn't surprise me if they went to semi-finals or something like that. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me.
They've done it before.
There you go then. So then you've got Graham Potter, Brendan Rodgers, Ten Hag. For me, I don't know Zidane, man. I think he's not looking at the job. And then Pochettino. But then Pochettino, Leonardo's come out the other day and said, everyone be patient. You know, Pochettino's getting the best. You know, he's working on it. So, end of the day, we're kind of like, it's a scary thought because end of the day now, we're going to be left with a manager that we're going to be underwhelming again.
I can't lie, yeah. I agree with this comment from John. United are literally waiting for Poch to lose his job. I said this to you today in the group chat.
Yeah.
I think this is what the board are trying to do. They want Pochettino to get sacked. Then I think they'll be willing to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But right now, with Conte available, I don't think they really want Conte. I think they want a yes man kind of thing that will kind of let like you can give Pochettino like £100 million and he won't really complain.
Yeah, that's true.
Before.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a complete yes man, but he's a person
Yeah.
who you can work with very nicely.
He's not like a Zidane where if you don't give Zidane the correct structure and the players like him having control, he will
Mm.
leave. And he's shown that
Yeah,
twice
yeah,
at Real.
yeah, of course, yeah, of
And that's
course,
the
of
club that
course,
he loves. And he left.
yeah. I this is what I'm saying to people, man. It's scary hours because the club don't know what they're doing. They're for me, right? They are very very much clueless because they're almost kind of like when you've got something, but then you're almost looking at other things as well, and then you kind of don't focus on what you've got. That's what they're doing right now. They're not sacking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and then they're trying to look at other things. And the next thing you know, we could be like just watching this season in almost hope and desperation. But that's what this season is. It's another season of kind of almost transition for Ole when it should never be. It's almost another season of hope for Ole when it should never be in the 3 years. It's almost another season where they're thinking that, oh, you know what, something might happen here when nothing will happen. I don't see Ole winning the FA Cup. I don't see him winning Champions League. I don't see him winning Premier League. So why are we wasting our time with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? That should be the question everything's asking ourselves. And that's the problem right now. And that's why he's doing survival mode. And that's why he keeps his job. I said it for me. This Tottenham game for me, call it, say what you want, for me has kept his job to the end of the season. I'm telling you right now, it's kept his job.
What
You know
are
I
there
mean?
any positives that you take out yesterday though?
Breaking news, yeah. Oh, breaking news.
Has he been sacked?
Oh man, this guy's taking a piss, man. Yeah, this guy took the piss,
Or are you
man.
talking about Fabrizio Romano?
Yeah. He went breaking news. Here we go, and then it was like a deal with a thingy.
Oh,
This
some
guy,
company.
by the way, is just securing the bag, man.
He Fabrizio. I
Securing the
told
bag.
you. Like I can't
Yeah.
Fabrizio. You can't hate in it because I think like he's 28 or something, isn't it? He's very young for
He's
a journalist,
28,
isn't it?
and
But
he's
I
probably a
can't lie,
millionaire by now.
fam. The stuff that he says, like he literally repeats the same information time and time again, and it is
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
frustrating at times, especially
Yeah, of course.
with the Conte social stuff. Yeah, and the guy should be milking at this point.
Yeah. Because you
Like,
know
I
what?
could have literally done the same things that he done, yeah, to gain a following.
Yeah, of course. But he got his following from that was it the Neymar deal? That was his first big one, the Neymar one. And then he got the Mbappe one, and
I
then
feel
that's
like
when
the
he kind
Neymar
of
one
blew.
was more Demartio.
Yeah, probably.
But like,
Yeah.
I think he works closely with Demartio in it, so obviously helps and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
But
So
my question was going to be, yeah, are there any positives from yesterday?
positives, you know what I mean? It keeps us in a credible position, you know what I mean? For if a new manager comes in that they think this is a very, very kind of much catch-22, you know, because you can't keep watching United and saying you're not gonna support the team. It's crazy, man. It's unhealthy. It's kind of like it'll become toxic. You know what I mean? I just think that you just got to vibes it out to the end of the season or vibes it out until this guy's sacked. That's what. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Because I can't lie, you know, what worked was praise for yesterday's performance here is that we actually looked a bit disciplined. Like, you know, defensively, we weren't being cut open, but at the same time, it was because Spurs were shocking, innit?
Spurs were bad. United were
but it
not
was
good.
they actually looked like there was some structure in our team for once. Rafa Varane obviously helped, but I think
McTominay played decent.
I think McTominay was the best midfielder.
Yeah, I thought, but then again, this is the problem. Is it a reality of how good they were, or how kind of protective the system made them look good? Because McTominay, I've watched him countless times in this 4-2-3-1, yeah, and if he is playing in a 4-2-3-1, he doesn't do them breaking passes or them kind of you know what I mean? Like the way he like bops his shoulder. He don't do them stuff. He hides. He gets nervous. But because he knows there's a back three behind him, he can do them mistakes or he can do them kind of risky moves that he wouldn't do in a 4-2-3-1.
He has a bit of a license to kind of drive with the ball attack, which we kind of didn't need. Because remember, like Scott McTominay, I think growing up was a number 10.
Was it? Oh, right.
Yeah, in the academy was a 10.
Oh, okay. But then again, this is the thing though. Is it a case of how good we were or he was, rather than the system kind of masking his kind of inabilities to play, because I still don't think it's sustainable. Because at the end of the day, yeah, has there been, apart from the Conte team, but then the Conte team wasn't a back five; it was almost a 3-4-3, wasn't it? You know what I mean? So, have you seen this kind of style winning your trophies? I'm not sure it has. So,
with the back five?
What are we gearing up to? Back five, yeah. Can you name me a team a back five that's won trophies or been great, a great team of the
like a 5-3-2 kind of thing?
Yeah,
you could. Well, they haven't won a trophy yet, but at times Tuchel's played that formation this year, innit?
Yeah, but
you see, you know what I say? Yeah, I've always said this. I'm not necessarily fussed with the formation. It's just how you play it. Like you can literally play a 3 at the back and be attacking, but you can literally play a 4 at the back and be a bit more defensive.
Yeah, but this system though, you're right on individual brilliances though. There's no kind of cohesive kind of patterns of play. You know what I mean? There wasn't really. It was kind of almost get the ball, play it out wide to Shaw. Shaw then crosses it in. Another one yesterday. You know what I mean? It was almost kind of like it wasn't coherent though. It wasn't. I was waiting for that moment all the time, and inevitably, I was waiting for Tottenham to make mistakes. You know, Tottenham are making mistakes.
Other than the 2 goals, we literally created nothing, and that I think comes down to obviously how we set up. But at the same time, there's better personnel to pick that can offer you a lot more, like a Telles. And the thing is, now you can't choose a Telles. You can't choose a Dallo. You can't choose an Eric Bailly. You can't choose a Donny van der Beek because he's disrespected him so much.
Yeah.
Now your job's on the line. You want to switch formation, now bring me in. Nah, I ain't playing for you.
There you go. There you go. So that's the...
You see Telles' post before the game?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. But I think them kind of posts are pre-recorded or something, man. They must be kind of like,
I don't know.
It's the PR team, man.
You know why I think it was a bit dodgy? Yeah? You know at the end of the caption?
Yeah.
He posted it. You know that emoji with the zip?
Oh.
So that's where I was like, you know what? That's a bit dodgy. I can't lie.
Wow, that's crazy. Was he on the bench yesterday, by the way?
Nah, he wasn't in the squad.
What?
Yeah. That's why I think that post was a bit dodgy.
And obviously the Martial one as well. Not even the squad as well.
Let's talk about that. Martial.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, because she said he had a bit of a stomach. Well, the question was he had a bit of a stomach bug. And you know what? Yeah, I'm going to raise this to Nordin tomorrow because he said he was injured. I don't think he was injured. Then he went to the France squad, and maybe they told him to stay, and he went. And then he went, and then he went to France. He did his thing, and then he's come back now. Now it's punishment from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to say, "Why did you go?" Or maybe the medical team advised him not to go, and he said, "I'm going to go." So end of the day, you know what I mean? Like it's a case of, for me, that's another problem that we've kind of created. You know what I mean? And it's like, what is the kind of plan for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with Martial? Where does he play him? How does he get in? Does he get in this too? Because now, how many combinations
do you even get?
Well, there you go. You've got Martial, so you've got Cavani and Ronaldo as a 2. You can have Cavani and Mason, Cavani and Rashford. You know what I mean? So, exactly. So, look at that. His wife said he wasn't injured out in the France camp. But there you go then. So, he wasn't injured to start with, and he came off because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer thought, why not?
The Martial thing is mad, isn't it? Because I've always said this. I feel like Martial is a confidence player, innit? He scored against, Everton. Play him after the international break. Just play him. Because let's be honest, as much as I criticize Martial, I know when Martial's firing and he's on his game, they're not many better forwards in the league. Yeah, when he's at his best.
But does he play the front 2? Does he play the front 2?
I think that could work. Obviously, he's a bit different to like a Cavani, but in terms of he has that hold-up play, innit? He can kind of take a couple people, and even though I feel like he's lost a yard of pace and stuff. So I think in the 5-3-2 it could work.
I look at it and I think, with Martial is the fact that because he doesn't have a fit in place now, he can't play on the left wing no more because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has gone back to a back 5. He won't. I don't think he'll play up front to me. You know what I mean? So I don't understand it. You know what I mean? I really don't understand what he's trying to do. I really don't.
I think Martial would definitely leave though in the summer. No matter what happens. I think if all these days he's gone,
What January? How many people
100%.
can leave in January? You got Martial, you got what you got? Tellez, you got Van der Beek, you've got Bailly. There's 4 players there. You know what I mean? You might as well let them go because there's no place for squad. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is looking at them as assets rather than players. You only got to look at what he's done to Donny Van der Beek, making him do little passes. You know when they're doing the free kicks and that, and he's doing that. I don't know if you've seen Flex's Instagram video, yeah, but he's doing like passes. So now when they do the 1-2s and they're shooting the net. And by the way, they use Mata. Mata's the best one at doing it. He's the one that does it all the time at Old Trafford.
Oh, like the little layoffs and stuff.
The little layoffs, basically, yeah. So
I don't think I've seen Flex's story, but I can imagine him doing that kind of thing, innit?
Mata's done it. Mata does it. Mata's on 150 grand a week to do it on the home games every single time. And by the way, the amount of time they spend on that shit, man, is absolute joke, mate. Honestly, man, they must spend about a good 5 to about 8 minutes on that, you know. And that's a long time because you only got 15 minutes to train or 15, 20 to train.
Because I've seen a lot of people say that United's warm-ups before the games.
Oh
shocking.
my God, mate. They come out here, they do a bit of running, and they do a bit of that, you know what I mean? They'll do whatever doing that. And then they'll go into the middle, they'll do rondos. But the rondos are so wide, they're not even close. Every time when you watch a European, you know when Atlanta came in it, yeah? Atlanta were literally that circle there. It was so close.
They can play in tight spaces.
United's were rondo. It's like that. And you're thinking, everyone's got time in the world to do whatever they want. And then they finish that rondo, and straight away, Bruno Fernandes and Ronaldo, they're running to that free kicks. Rashford is running to do them free kicks. And that's what they do for the whole thing. And then the fans go, ooh, Ronaldo's missed the score. Honestly, man, it's, oh my God, man. It's actually terrible. Even Liverpool, when they came over, they went all into one line, yeah? So we had one side and one side. They were just passing it to each other in pure, like, you know, tight space.
Oh, yeah. You know what, yeah? Liverpool's warm-up to something else, isn't it? Because I remember when I was ball boy for the Liverpool game, yeah, against West Ham, you see Jurgen Klopp. Fam, that guy is different, you know.
And he's there, by the way. He's there on the touchline.
I looked at Jurgen Klopp here, and this guy was just looking at the other team. He wasn't even looking at Liverpool. He was kind of just chatting to the rest, kind of like getting to the head and stuff, innit? And just looking at the other team. Well, it was actually mad.
Yeah, someone saying there, it's under 12 training, absolutely.
Big up breaking thoughts with the super chat as well. But wow, Baines soon as rating Martial. Listen, I'm not rating Martial, but as I always said, I know what Martial is good at, innit?
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that side of Martial for over 18 months now.
Yeah.
Which is why I criticize Martial. Because I know how good he can
anyone's
be.
good at. Nobody knows what anyone's good at consistently. You know what I mean? That's the biggest reality of this Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's reign is that nobody knows what everyone's good at consistently. You know what I mean? Like, we just don't see it. We don't know what Sancho's good at consistently because we don't see it. We don't know. We've seen a little bit of Pogba for the first 2-3 games, and now he's back at double pivot. You know? You see a bit of Ronaldo flashes, and then it's like back. You know what I mean? There's no service. You see a bit of Greenwood, and then it's like he's out the squad. Every time you see a little bit of United, whereas other teams, I feel like you see them consistently do the same things. And that's the biggest downfall of Solskjaer. And like I said to you, going back to it, you know what I mean? You've got Atalanta. I think United will beat Atalanta. And I think United will I don't think United will get a big convincing by City, but we will lose to City. But I think we'll lose just about maybe a 2-1. But I think United will beat Atalanta. Because Atalanta, the thing is, what you guys don't realise is that we might be shit here, but our bench is too good enough for us to be shit. Do you get what I'm saying to you, Statman? Our team is overpowering.
We have the play, like, we literally have a super team, innit?
We have a super team, man.
Perfect definition.
So even if you have, you know what I mean? Even if you have a shit manager, this guy can come off the bench and say, Rashford, come out. Lingard, come out. Greenwood, come out. Honestly, man, and Atlanta were overpowered by that. Yes, they lost Demiral. I understand that. But these guys will be overpowered because our squad is good enough. It's probably, you know, when you look at, like, City can't bring a striker off the bench and they can't make an impact. We can bring on Greenwood, Sancho, Rashford. Even Martial's not even in the bloody squad, Statman.
Yeah,
honestly, man. And that's why,
mad.
for me, as much as how bad we are, the overpowering squad that we have kind of masks any kind of frailties of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tactic. Okay, over the course of the season, you won't win trophies. Over the course of the season, you won't win trophies. Yeah, you won't win trophies. But individual performances, you'll get it out. Like that Lingard goal, out of nothing, he makes something. We win the game 2-1.
No, like it literally reminds me of PSG. I don't think PSG play unbelievable football in it, but at the same time, Poch has the players to get them out of trouble.
Well, there you go then.
He's like, I still believe
this. I still believe that. That Ole Gunnar Pochettino still has a bit of
Poch is better than Pochettino, isn't it? Because we've seen what Poch did at Tottenham. We've seen what he did at Southampton. Like, I give Pochettino a lot of credit for that, but right now at PSG, it's not working. This question here is that when we actually have Ballbear. Basically, we did like a little charity event at school in it, and I think we raised like over £900, and we had like a supply PE teacher in it, not supply, but those helpers, and he worked at West Ham. He sorted out the ball boys, so he kind of chose me and two of my friends to be ball boy, and I think we were ball boy West Ham versus Liverpool, and I think Liverpool won that game. I think Mane scored. I think it was, and Og scored. Actually, I don't know if Mane scored. I know Liverpool scored a penalty. That's all I can remember.
Was it 3-0? I think it was 3-0.
I can't remember now.
Yeah, I think it was 3-0, wasn't it? It might be 3-0.
Like I saw, like you know, in like those drug areas, like testing areas, kind of thing, like those kind of rooms in the stadium and stuff.
Yeah,
there I saw Jurgen Klopp, and I think it was Jordan Henderson. But like you couldn't really say much in it. But like you could they were probably like 5 meters away, kind of thing.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. So I still got this firm belief that we'll beat Atalanta and then we'll get like a maybe I think it'll be 2-1 Man City. I think on the weekend. I don't think it'll be as tight as people say because he's gone back to the 5 at the back now. So I think it'll be 1-1 and then City will nick it. You know what I mean? Just because of the fact that they play good football and the fact that the pressure will get to Man United eventually. So by United not having the ball, by United not doing anything, I think for me,
City will eventually get that chance to carve us open.
City will. Where's Tottenham? Come on, bro. They were absolutely toothless. Whereas I think we'll overpower Atalanta. I think we'll win. I think we'll win that 2-0, me. You know what I mean? If I'm being honest with you, because I just feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has gone on the part of kind of like him being sacked because the players now are just looking at it thinking, you know what, man, we've got to still play. You know what I mean? The players are not going to give. They're not going to down tools, man. Because if they down tools, they know that their position is under fight even more, and the fans will hate them. The fans will hate them, bro.
Especially at Manchester United when the expectations are so high. I big up Wes Brody with a super chat. Will Marshall Donny tell us even survive if Ole stays until the end of the season? If Ole's manager until the start of next season, Pogba's leaving, Marshall's leaving, Donny's leaving, Tellers is leaving. We already know Cavani's leaving. Eric Bailly could potentially want to leave. Yeah. There are a lot of names. Jesse might leave because I think his contract finishes.
Yeah.
Like in a way, if Ole stays, we're literally going to be doing another rebuild job.
And he was meant to be the rebuild.
It could actually be bad. I big up Mike with the super chat as well. Tottenham are looking at sacking Nuno and getting Conte. It could be peak for United fans if United are not proactive and not sack Ole now.
But
what do you think of that? You think Conte will actually go?
Sorry?
Spurs. You think Conte will go Spurs?
I think if the possibility is there, I think he will because Tottenham have got the money. A lot of people think that Tottenham aren't a rich club. They've got a billionaire owner. You know what I mean? They've you know what I mean? They've got a stadium there. Listen, I wouldn't rule it out for me. And if Conte right now is thinking, Bonnie United, man, they didn't want me. I could build something down there. And I reckon in 18 months, you'll see a different Tottenham. So he'll take them to this season and they'll fight and they'll probably maybe achieve top 4. You never know. Because at the end of the day, this top 4 race is a joke, by the way. But in terms of United, you know what I mean? They have to suffer. They have to suffer. We have to suffer because at the end of the day, bro, what say have we got, man? I was speaking to a couple of the top Reds on the training today, you know, and they were like, "Oh, you man, why'd you keep saying Ole out?" I said, "Listen, I would have won trophies. What do you want to win?" And they were like to me, "But Ole's the man to do it. If we sack a manager now, we're going to be back to square one." And that's the problem with them. They're so kind of like, you know what they do? They have nightmares on Mourinho. Literally have nightmares on Mourinho. So they don't want another manager to come and disrupt what's going on right now. But I'm saying Ole's disrupted right now. Your favorite player, Sancho's on the bench. most of the best team 11s on the bench. So I said, what's the new manager going to disrupt? If anything, the new manager is going to come in and get the best out of the players that we haven't seen.
And let's be honest here, our changing room right now is divided. There's Ollie's favourites, and then there's the rest who are being clearly like kind of excluded because we barely see them. So a new manager can only do one thing, which is kind of like give everyone fresh hope that they could be the starters for the new manager.
Yeah. Look at Sancho. Do you see what he posted today, by the way?
Oh, was it the little pictures with his friends and stuff?
Yeah, but it was more the message behind it. Because
I think he posted that straight after the game, innit?
Yeah. Straight after the game, man. You know what I mean? These are subliminal messages. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. That's a caption, by the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The other bit was about Mi Familia. It's probably his friend or his uncle or whatever who it is. I don't know. But,
the guy that he was with, innit?
Yeah. But the message was what's understood doesn't need to be explained. So I don't know. I don't know what, you know what I mean? What's he trying to say there? But he's almost kind of cry for help.
Like, I can't remember him doing like these kind of captions at Dortmund kind of thing, innit? Like normally it was just like counting down the days when he's like working out and stuff, or what?
Yeah.
Grateful for another year when it's his birthday and stuff. Like you never know, it could be Sancho's birthday and this guy sending shots at Ollie with this at this rate. My big up breaking thoughts with another super chat. CR7 Tweak Stars were inadvertently gassing Ollie yesterday. Listen, we weren't here, but we were just praising Ronaldo's goal and his assist, the little chop. Said, you like that?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? It was a good goal. It's a good goal, but I think the problem is, man, you know what I mean? I don't know why Reggie Fox is arguing with the players are just kind of like happy to see a goal, when in reality, nobody here is right or wrong, man. It's down to the board, man. I think the energy has to be on the board. You know what I mean? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to stay as long as he's told to stay. The fans, the top brands are going to keep supporting Ole. One of the guys, by the way, he said to me, he even said, I don't think Ole's the man, but I still keep supporting him. That's what he said to me.
You know what it is? I've said this before.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of match-going fans just support the manager no matter how bad it is kind of thing, innit? Like, no matter who the manager is, like we saw it on the Jose when we lost 3-0 to Tottenham. They were still singing Jose's name.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the thing with match-going fans.
It's the culture of like match-going fans, you know. If you'll only realize it until you go to games of the actual culture of match-going fans. It's to support the club no matter what. It's to support the club through thick and thin. That's the ideology, innit? But the problem is, though, I think that ideology now in this day and age is different now because you have more opinions. I think no one was ever. I remember in the LVG days, Twitter wasn't prominent. Mourinho's days, it wasn't really prominent the way it is right now. The way it is right now is something could go on Twitter quickly. You know what I mean? You look at what's happening with like Marcos Alonso, them kind of things. They can go on Twitter within seconds, and then next thing you know, it's become a viral moment. These kind of things, everyone expresses their emotions on Twitter now when the game's happening. Then them things never happen. So a lot of the top players, what they don't realize is that a lot of fans are frustrated because they just want to see better in it, and they're just thinking, you know what? Nah, man, you back your club through thick and thin. And I'm saying to them, but then, and what I said to the guy was, but then why do you damn people who kind of like have seen enough and they want to change? And then he didn't really. He couldn't answer me. He couldn't answer me, and I said to him, "But then, aren't you blindly following the club? You know what I mean? Are you going to go on a road that never takes you anywhere?" I said, and then he couldn't really answer me. He went from like kind of like very, very. He had his chest out, so almost like, yeah, I kind of get what you mean now. I kind of get what you mean, but you just got to back your club, and that's what they know. And until you kind of see it and you're in the moment, honestly, man, it's a lot of people here will be like, "What do you mean? He's talking nonsense." But when you actually talk to them, man, it's like I'm giving some sort of da'wah and that, man. I don't know if you might know, but like, I'm also giving like some kind of like sermon to them, and I'm almost like kind of telling them, right, this is what's supposed to happen, but this is what you guys are following. So you can't help them. You know what I mean? You can't help a person who doesn't want to be helped, man, do you?
Would you want us to lose the next couple of games to get Ollie sacked? Is what West Brody is asking.
Bro, listen, man, he should have gone after Liverpool. What you know what I mean? He should have gone after. That question right there is that if you're Ollie out, look at that guy, but what's this guy? Take care, everyone.
Oh my days! I can't lie. That's funny. I rate that.
you know what? Yeah, it's he should have gone after Liverpool. That question right there. What is the point of it when he should have gone after Liverpool? Everyone wants him out. Do you not understand that, West Brody? Everyone wants him out. What we do now, what we think and what our emotions are, is irrelevant. It's irrelevant because the players are going to play for him. Cristiano Ronaldo is going to score goals. He's not going to miss. Listen, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I've said it before, though. If you told me right now we lose against Atalanta and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gets sacked, I'll take that. The only reason I said I'll take that, is because we can still go through in the Champions League with 12 points?
Yeah.
We're 9 right now. So even against a loss against Atalanta is not massive if we beat... Well, actually, no. We're on 6 right now, isn't it?
Yeah. We're on 6 points, yeah.
Yeah, we could still win the other 2 games and still go through in it.
Yeah.
The City game's a bit different. I don't know whether I want to lose against City. But big up Strawberry Milk is nice as well. Every time Ronaldo scores, it puts a massive smile on my face, and I don't care if we lose. It's an amazing feeling. P.S. I need Roma to try score for my Aka. Who are they playing? I think they're playing AC Milan, aren't they?
Yeah, even Anas, man. I've said it, man. Anas even knows as well. Honestly, man, guys, I think the energy now is on, for me, it's like on the board, innit? You know what I mean? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to stay no matter what. It's the board. That's why for me now, you know what I mean? Say now, I get invited to like the overlap now, which, by the way, I got rejected, by the way, the last one. Apparently, the guy, he want me, the producer didn't want me. These are the kind of questions now we have to ask.
How do you know this?
Well, listen, I've been told, innit? You feel me? But
the inside sources and that.
The thing for me, though, is it's the fact that the pressure now for me is about getting these Glazers to understand that this guy ain't the man for the job. But the problem is, you know, I feel like the majority of the match-going fans, I don't think they're ready for a protest. There is nothing to protest for them. They've got Ronaldo. They've got the signings they want. You know, a fortune in the season is not going to be down to a protest because most of them are happy with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So
yeah, I can't lie. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as Anas right now. Yeah, he ain't gonna get sacked. That man, I've accepted. I'm kind of on that mood. Like,
yeah, bro, he's
like I can't believe we beat Tottenham. This guy is so fluky in a way, innit?
There you go.
Like, say, this guy keeps asking this.
Listen, forget this guy, man. This guy's always asking me that question, man.
I know. But big up Liaz as well. If that's a real Liaz. I think. Listen, if this ain't. If Flawless ain't
all fake, man.
If this ain't modded, this is fake.
Look at the thingy, the chat. Look at that. Flawless needs to take the note at the Sarcasm City.
Oh,
so it's a fake one anyway.
It is fake. I didn't even read that.
Yeah. You have to read the actual what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
But
I think most of like the people that are on my shows are modded, innit?
But it's a catch-22 though, because a lot of people are still deflated, innit? A lot of people. You know how it feels like? It feels like a lot of people were promised something was going to happen, or a lot of people were kind of feeling that something was going to be, it was going to happen. Do you get me? Like, they thought that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, after that 5-0, there was no way back for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be the Man United manager. So it's like almost like, you know, how do you know what I mean? It's almost like you're stuck in. You know when you, I don't know if you know this, like, you know when you go to like a, like uni, and you're in like a dorm, yeah, but you've kind of fallen out with the person, but then you still have to live with them because you've paid the rent, innit?
Yeah, you paid the monthly, whatever, yearly fee.
Yearly thing, you still have to live with them. That's what it feels like with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You've got to still live with them for the rest of the year, and basically you kind of like you still have to kind of like live with them, innit? That's what we've got to do now with United. Just have to live with it, live with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer being there. That's the reality.
But I can't lie, like, it's frustrating, innit, with Oli. It is very, very frustrating. But at the same time, that's how I feel, innit? We just kind of have to get over it, kind of thing.
Get on it. Get on it or get over it. That's the thing, man. That's the reality, man. You know what I mean? Look at Trafford tunnels.
Is that actually Ty?
No, it's not.
But let me send him a picture of this, though. I can't lie, that's a funny comment. Because I always get into. Is
that the real Liars as well?
Yeah, he sent me a message. I sent him a message just to make sure.
Praise Ten Hag in June, not Ten Rodgers. I think it'll be more Rodgers than Ten Hag. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I think it's more
It will
because
definitely
you know
be
why?
Rodgers.
Rodgers will be starstruck straight away, whereas Ten Hag will be asking, "What is the project at United?" Do you get it? So Brendan Rodgers will say yes before the question's even been asked, whereas Ten Hag will ask, "Okay, so what's the project? What plan? What's the budget? Who's my CEO? Who's this? Who's that?" He'll want to know the kind of ins and outs, whereas Rodgers will sign the contract before it's even been given to him. He'll almost kind of do a pre-agreement.
It will actually be mad if Ten Hag comes, because imagine going from a proper footballing structure, Ajax, David, Van der Sar, Overmars, to now Myrtle, Fletcher, who wants to play in training. Like, he will never come. Like, I've said this before. Ten Hag, City. That's the only move that I think it makes sense.
Yeah. Is that quote right though? Is that quote right from Keisho? That's maybe a kind of hope. They are not happy, but they want to see consistency.
I think the Fabrics are not saying they don't want like a little roller coaster ride again, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you never know, but even then.
Yeah, that one is a very, very key one there. But then Ornstein, who's quite honestly said it as well. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's a difficult, but then honestly said that they're very, very key to kind of feeling that they want to stay to the end of the season, which for me is crazy.
What kind of question is this? Strawberry milk is nice. Statman and Said would never fall out as flatmates. Statman, what would you kick Said out? And Said, what would it take you to kick Statman out? For Said to say he's only in?
Yeah, and for Statman to consistently play that sweaty football on FIFA.
Look at this guy hating.
Then I would kick you out. If you did that live, then I would kick you out.
Well, you want me to play the organic way in there?
The organic way, mate. The real way.
This guy is still salty after beating, what was it, 10-1?
Listen, man. It's mad. But I just think for me, the thing with Brendan Rodgers here, I don't think I'd be absolutely kind of underwhelmed, but then I would still kind of like, when you get to the situation, you'd be like, right, let's start from fresh in it. You kind of you have to back in it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be depressed for another reign of thinking.
Look at this.
You know what I mean?
Look at this guy. These fake accounts are mad, you know. Listen, Statman is a drag back merchant. Whoever wins you the game is what that matters.
Drag back merchant, man.
It don't matter.
I think, you know what, man? It's a lot of people are saying top four is decided, man. I don't think so, man. You've got West Ham, Arsenal. Listen, I'm putting Arsenal in and around the area. They might not get top four, but they're in the top four race. Is that fair to say?
But listen, Arsenal had the same amount of points as us and 3 points away from City. And Arsenal played a lot of like the harder sides as well. They played City, they played Chelsea, they played Tottenham already in it.
Yeah.
So you never know. Like, I don't think they will get top four, but one game per week for most of the season with no European football is a massive bonus. So you never know.
Listen, Leicester. I still think with Leicester, the European football will kill them again, man. Europa League. But West Ham are showing that they
West
can do
Ham are very, very interesting. But I still think West Ham might struggle with Sunday.
No, but then if they get Jesse
when
Lingard,
they get to the higher, like further rounds,
if they kind of get players in January, then that might help them. But again, man, listen, Arsenal can't write them off for top four, man. I said it on the Big Six show, and people laughed at me. Listen, they can get it, man. They got Watford. That's 3 points, and we lose to them. We're 3 points behind. You know what I mean? So
you know what is it? Defensively, they look decent. Ramsdale far has looked incredible. Ben White and Gabriel are building a decent partnership. Going forward, the Lacazette Aubameyang thing, Smith Rowe on the left, Saka on the right is looking like it could work.
Yeah. So we've got no kind of feeling of, you know what I mean, like, oh, we're okay, man. I'm telling you, man. Listen, Arsenal, they could do something, man. You know what I mean? Don't rule them out, man. That's all I'm saying to people, man. Don't rule out Arsenal, man, because it looks like they've got a bit of squad depth now. They've got a bit of kind of cohesion. They know what they're doing. Are they going to get top four? I'm not sure, but all I'm saying is don't rule them out, man.
Listen, if United have a chance and won the same amount of points as Arsenal right now, Arsenal have a chance.
Hey?
It's as simple as that.
Well, there you go then, exactly.
Big up strawberry milk is nice for another super chat. No, if you live the flatmates together, what would make you kick the other out of the flat? You know what it'd be, yeah? Say if there was like a fridge and we're both sharing it, innit? And you're taking my food. Fam, that would annoy me.
A lot of people used to do that, you know,
yeah.
in my halls.
Like you can't be doing that.
Mine would be the washing up if you just like left it on the side for like all the night. You know, especially like if it's that greasy food. That's my thing, you know. When I was in halls, I went mad at some guy, you know, because the guy was just taking a piss, bro. Man just left it over that 2 days and that.
Well, like no cleaning up, no nothing.
No
I
cleaning,
find
like,
that would frustrate
because
me.
you know when you're there, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like it's on the side, innit? It's almost as if you don't really want to touch your stuff in it. But my man just like left it there for 2 days and it was stinking up the flat, bro. So I knocked on his door, but I said, "Yo, brother, man, do your thing, man." And then he started like, you know what I mean, chatting moaning and that. But you got to tell them, bro, when you're in halls, man, it's madness, man.
Yeah, this is why I ain't living on campus. Fam, there's no way anyone is taking my food. Like, you don't know how much I hate sharing food, innit? And you're telling me someone could potentially take my entire pizza or something? Nah.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. But yeah, man, it's just I just think United fans, you know what I mean? I think you just gotta accept it, man. That Ole's here, man, and it's only down to what happens, the fate of where we are, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know what I mean, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will eventually sack himself, you know.
What you need to go City, University of London. It's Big Six on Mondays, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's no Big Six today, but I think Greece is going to be live after this with Saeed, Steve, and Lee Gunner.
Lee Gunner, man, it's going to be mad.
So that's a show that you could watch. Lee Gunner's team is
the
only team that won.
Lee Gunner, I want to see how Lee Gunner reacts to the Arteta, because a lot of people are on his case, man. Man like Babs and that, they're on his case, yo.
No, but I can't lie. I still think Lee Gunner has to give Arteta a bit of credit.
We'll see, man. But then again, he has high standards, man. So you get me, like he will.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, you can praise Arteta for how he's setting up the team, but be critical, like say we need consistency, kind of thing, innit? You can take as much food, but if it's the last bite, you must replace it, and no snoring. I bet Saeed snores hard.
I snore a little bit. I don't snore that madly, but I snore a little bit.
Nah, listen, I don't care. Even if it's the last bite, I don't care how much is left. You're not touching my food. If you even take a little bit off the start, you'll pay me. Or you're giving me the entire thing back.
Yeah. It's mad.
Yeah, I can't like this would be mad, you know. Lee Gunner and Johnny on the same stream.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear them. You wouldn't even hear each other. That would be just screaming at each other, man.
Lee Gunner just wants a better manager. Yeah, of course he does.
Yeah, that's it, man. He has standards, man.
Yeah, he still needs to praise Arteta right now, you know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see when Grizz puts the questions out, you know what I mean? We'll see. But I think it's, you know what it is? It's because he's seen like the kind of like everyone gets excited and then everyone gets. It's like when Ollie was on that run. Yeah.
I think Lee Gunner finds it frustrating because you know whenever like when Arsenal do well, they say title challenge straight away.
Yeah.
Jacques is better than Vieira. Like those reckless comments.
Reckless, yeah. And also, it's when it's like I told you so, Arteta. When in reality, when it's like it goes like say now they get to the end and then they end up like falling down back to 7th. It's kind of like, you know, what was he getting all hyped up for? So it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
And this as well, it's Avellino Oli in. Nah, he ain't Oli in. I think
he was trolling. He was trolling.
Yeah, you know Avellino, innit?
Yeah, he was trolling.
Well, he even said like, did you not say like Wan-Bissaka over Cafu or something?
Yeah, he was on a mad one, man. I couldn't take it serious. Someone had to tell me he was just joking.
What do you think of Wan-Bissaka recently?
But I said that to you though. When the United play badly, he performs best. So when United are in a kind of a bit of a rot, he was the one that performs best. You'll know every single time you'll see it. Every time Man United are in a rot, Wan-Bissaka is the best player. Remember when United were in a rot again, and then they played City away and we won 2-1? He was the best player then. When we was that 4-2 game, he was the best player then. Every single time United are in a bad position, he rises up to it. And then when United are in a good position and they're winning on the bounce, he's the one that to make the first mistake. He's the one that you're kind of thinking, oh, Wan-Bissaka's playing poorly here. He's out of position or he's, you know what I mean? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say to you?
But I can't lie though. I do think recently, you see our right hand side of our defense, Lindelof or Wan-Bissaka, they look decent. Like even Wan-Bissaka yesterday going forward at times, obviously, is not unbelievable, but it's not bad in terms of there was that run that he went forward, and I think he put the ball into Cavani. I think he was.
Yeah, Cavani should have scored. To be fair,
yeah,
or should have got it on target at least. You know what I mean? So, but then again, he's better anyway going in that position anyway. So I don't know. I think for me, Wan-Bissaka is another one that again. It's like he has his best moments and he has his worst moments. He's a purple patch player. That's what I would call Wan-Bissaka. He's great for a good 3 months, and then he goes back to another bad 3 months. You know, he goes back to another 3 months. Streets won't forget Maguire, Silva. Listen, you forget all that, mate. You get me? Just forget all that. I don't know why.
But the streets won't forget though.
Listen, it is what it is, man. I don't have energy to argue back at people.
I feel like we need apologies.
I said my apologies. I don't rate Maguire anymore, man. I've said it already.
How do you think Maguire was yesterday?
I thought he had a decent game, but then was it the back three tax?
Yeah.
More back three tax to me.
And I think it helped that Lucas Moura went off in it, because I think Lucas Moura was causing a couple
when they brought Lucas Moura off, I was thinking this guy definitely is Ollie in. You know, Luna was Ollie in.
Because I think Luke Shaw was on a yellow. Harry Maguire was in yellow. And then I think Fred later on in the game was on the yellow as well.
Harry Maguire, by the way.
Literally all that left-hand side, Lucas Moura was causing problems.
You know, Harry Maguire, did he deserve that yellow or was it Varane's challenge?
I'll be honest, I can't even remember now.
Because he was saying, is it me? Is it actually me? And then I was like, right, you put your defender, Varane, in trouble. Because I don't think he fouled him. I think it was Varane that fouled him, but I don't know if he kind of clipped him as well. But I thought it was Varane that fouled him.
Look at Saeed making excuses again.
No, I'm just saying to you, did you see that though? That's all I'm saying to you.
Look at this guy making excuses again for
No,
Harry
I'm
Maguire.
telling you, it was someone saying there, look at Joe Ewan. That's all I'm saying to you. There was one moment where I thought it was Varane that made the tackle, but then they fouled. They gave the yellow to Maguire. So that's all I was saying. Did you see it?
I'll be honest,
but I couldn't care less, man. I couldn't care less about anything at the minute, man. I'm just kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, still can't get over why Ollie's not sacked yet. So,
but there's 481 people watching right now. Yeah, make sure you guys like the video. I'm like 90 away from 5K as well.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys subscribe. But anyway, is there anything else you want to say?
No, man. Just keep liking the video, innit, man. Get the likes up in it, man. Get the algorithms going.
And leave a comment as well, because I think that helps. Like for the people asking what course do I study at uni, economics, just pure econ.
Yep.
They want to know your sources now as well.
Listen, man, blame Nuruddin, innit? That's what I'm saying.
I can't lie, blame him as well, because I know what Saeed said in the group chat, and it weren't from Saeed, it was from Nuruddin as well.
There you go then. So away from me.
Yeah. But anyway,
yeah,
I'm done. I think I'm back on Tuesday now with Trafford Tunnel and stuff before the Atalanta game. But other than that, that's pretty much me for the next 2 days, kind of thing. I think.
Yeah, I got my podcast tomorrow. That should be out 6 o'clock with Nuruddin Straight Jacket podcast. And yeah, man, therapy in it. We're just gonna tell you what's going down, man. Maybe it's time for another protest. Who knows, man? We'll see what Nuruddin says.
Like someone else, have you met Nuruddin? Listen, I've said it before. I haven't met anyone that I've recorded a video with so far. That's the mad thing.
I'm always down in London, so we have to meet up or what's not.
Yeah, like I've literally met no one, which is crazy. Like seeing what I've done this for over a year now.
Yeah,
like lockdown's been a mad thing. But anyway, just make sure you guys like and make sure you guys subscribe. But I want that 5K. But big up everyone for watching.